Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Q&A Tuesdays. My name is Anne, I'm a makeup artist and a wellness coach, and every Tuesday I answer any of your wellness, health, nutrition, relationship, beauty questions, anything that could be preventing you from feeling your best so you can live your best life. So today we have a question from Serena 31 from Los Angeles, California. She writes, "Hi Anne, I am so excited to see these Q&A Tuesdays. I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for 3 years, and he has cheated a couple of times. Every time he does, he promises he'll never do it again and insists that he loves me. I love him too, but it's too painful. He's a great guy and a perfect boyfriend besides the cheating. I want to be able to forgive him and trust again, but I don't know if I can. But I'm also afraid that I won't find anyone as great as him. We have a very unique connection that I'm afraid of letting go of." Wow, Serena, that is a question. I am so sorry for the pain that you're going through. I can only imagine the place you're in. It must be so painful to be in love with somebody and to have a very special and unique connection with someone and know that they're also leading kind of like a double life where they're being unfaithful to you. It kind of is a total mindfuck. I've never been physically cheated on, I've been emotionally cheated on, and that really messed me up. And to be honest with you, I wasn't able to let go and forgive completely. Not to make this about me, but I just somewhat know the pain. So let's break this question down. So you're saying he's a perfect boyfriend besides the cheating. So you need to also think about what are your non-negotiables and what is a great boyfriend for you. Not a perfect one, a great one. What are the things that are non-negotiable? We each have values and we each have things that we can forgive and that we cannot forgive. For me, I learned my lesson. I cannot forgive cheating. I can forgive, but no, if I'm no longer with that person. I cannot be in a relationship with somebody who has been unfaithful to me. So you also need to ask yourself that question without thinking about this particular partner. And then the next step is to assess, can you trust this partner again? From what I'm hearing, you said that you are not able to trust. You said you want to be able to forgive and trust, but you don't know if you can. And also what I'm hearing is he cheated a couple of times in 3 years. And he's only your boyfriend. He hasn't become your husband. You haven't had children. You haven't had, I don't know what is your backstory, but usually I hear that after a amount of years, after marriage and children, there's way more issues. And 3 years, it's still kind of somewhat honeymoonish, you know, like 2 years they say, right? So if the 3 years he's already been unfaithful twice, which I can, like, it's so painful, twice. Do you think he's gonna do it again? Because I believe a couple can get through infidelity very rarely, but only if the cheater truly has genuine remorse and genuinely wants to change, not just to beg you to stay, but generally from like he's proactively doing things like going to therapy, stopping doing the things that he was doing. Maybe he was partying a lot with his guys and maybe he's like now getting sober. Like you need to see actions, you need to see actual remorse too, and you need to see that he's changing things around. But if he's just apologizing and begging and crying and saying he's going to change when you're trying to leave, or when you're crying yourself, when he's threatened to lose you, then that's not true remorse and change. If that's the case, if the case is that he's only crying and begging you to stay and he's not really, you don't really see true remorse, then I'm afraid this is not the right person for you. And sometimes we lack a sense of self-worth to be able to acknowledge like, hey, I deserve a healthy, safe relationship. And not just say like screaming at him like, I deserve to be treated well. No, actually in calm silence with yourself, like, I deserve to be treated well. And sit down and journal with yourself, like what kind of relationship you want. How do you want to feel in that relationship? So let's say you guys make amends, a year passes. and you are great together. Will this be still in the back of your mind? Because if it is, then girlfriend, please, peace is worth nothing. No relationship, no perfect guy. By the way, he's not perfect, especially if he's cheating. Nobody's perfect, but cheating and not being loyal is like a huge thing. You can't say that he's perfect except for this. No, everybody's flawed, but this is not just a flaw. This is, for so many of us, a deal breaker for a reason. If you feel like a year later, even when things are well, it's still going to be in the back of your mind, then I say that your peace of mind is so much more important. And if you're in the place where you feel like, I am feeling so weak, which I've been there, I just don't know how to leave, I don't know how to build a sense of self-worth, I have a perfect new program for you. It's called Self-Worth in Action, and I help people like yourself and like my old self. I wish I had that program to help me build my sense of self-worth, because sense of self-worth is like so vague, right? The whole idea of self-worth. My program will actually show you how to implement for you specifically on a daily basis, in the way you choose relationships, in the way you talk to yourself, in the way you choose foods, in the way you maybe exercise or like self-love, in the way you engage with the world. So if you're in the situation where you're like, oh my gosh, I really need some clarity, I need some help, this is so much pain, I can't take it, I know I need to leave, I don't know how because I feel so weak, please find my link below, the Calendly link that Jonathan will put down, and schedule your first free call that is completely free. It's complimentary from me to you, and I'll see if I can support you, which I'm confident I can, if you're in a situation just like Serena, or if you're feeling lack of self-worth in any areas of your life. Generally, if you're lacking sense of self-worth in one area, that means you're just lacking sense of self-worth in general. I hope this question helped you, and I can't wait to hear if you guys have any more questions. Please feel free to find me on Instagram and comment under my very last post what question you have for me, or feel free to DM me if it's more private, or you can also leave your questions in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I have really exciting news for you. From this Sunday, September 22nd, starting at 9 a.m., I will be hosting a weekly webinar. This week's topic is self-worth in romantic relationships. So if you're like Serena and you're struggling to show up in your relationship with full sense of self-worth, then this webinar is for you. And if you're curious, how does that even look like? This webinar is for you as well. I will be breaking down what does lack of self-worth showing up in love and relationships, and what does a full, healthy sense of self-worth look like in a relationship, romantic relationship specifically for this week. So I hope to see you there. Click the link below. I will leave the link for you to sign up. Registration is required, and I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you so much for watching.